The Adventures of the Fortuitous Five, Episode 5, The Red Planet Rendezvous. In our last episode, the Fortuitous Five investigated a mysterious explosion at Nikola Tesla's Colorado Experimental Station. There they discovered that the late scientist was parasitically controlled by Saucy Jack to further the creature's dastardly agenda. After learning the history of the original Fortuitous Five, our heroes are now prepared for an excursion to Mars to unearth the secrets behind the missing Phineas Jones and their new nemesis. As we begin this week's adventure, we find Captain Tabitha Merriweather inspecting her inner solar vessel, the Dawnbringer. Joining her on this private tour is Professor Archimedes Jones.
What is Enoch doing there?
Hopefully his job. Report, Mr. Enoch.
Yes, Captain. I have modified the electro-pulse engines using the Kobayashi technique. The Dawnbringer will now exceed the 2.42 gigawatt threshold with only 12% static loss.
12%? Is that an acceptable loss?
My dear Professor, it is unheard of. You are going a long way toward making a good impression, Mr. Enoch.
I have also increased the pressure on the aether sphere. Scabba gear should be carried while on deck, but will only be necessary as a precautionary measure.
Well done, Mr. Enoch. I can't imagine how we functioned without you.
Thank you, Captain. I will continue working until it is time to depart.
I'm not sure I understood most of what that boy is saying. Scabba gear?
Self-contained ether-breathing apparatus. The ship will fly with its own atmosphere, but it is wise to wear the scabba while on deck between planets.
Fascinating. This is my first trip away from Terra, and I am chagrined to admit that I'm a wee bit terrified.
Nonsense, Professor. You just stay by my side during the voyage, and you'll be safe in my hands.
I am counting on it, Captain.
Now, James, are you sure you won't come with us?
No, my dear JT. I must return our home to proper state, must be here. If my darling arrives. If he is being on Mars, you must bring my darling home with no missing pieces.
You can count on us, James.
Mr. Byrne, may I have a closer look at your fighting axe?
Her name is Mabel, and she's all yours, Your Highness.
Olivia will do nicely, Mr. Byrne. I know how you Americans frown on landed titles.
Then please, call me Cody.
Cody, then. You've named your axe Mabel. It is a suitable moniker.
Don't you have a name for your pig sticker there?
As a matter of fact, I do.
And what might that be?
Diplomacy.
I see we are all aboard. Excellent. Captain Merriweather, shouldn't we leave before sunset?
It won't matter where we are going, Mr. Price. Get a leg up under her, you jackdaws. Weigh anchor and take us into the shiny deep. Show me the horizon and we'll show it our backside. Ahoy!
Aye, Captain.
Aye, Captain! Hey, where's the kid, Enoch?
He is overseeing the work on the Dawnbringer. I must say that boy is modest in his abilities.
Are you quite all right, Lady Turner? You appear a little green around the gills, as it were.
Never you mind, Mr. Price. I am perfectly... Oh, woo.
I don't feel so well myself.
Come on, Doc, it's not so...
This wouldn't be your first time in the ether now, would it, friends? Don't worry, you'll grow accustomed to it.
Landlubbers all. If you're going to heave, aim for Terra before she's out of sight. Come forward with me, Professor. I have something to show you.
It would be my pleasure.
There you are. You're gaining your legs, old man. We'll make a privateer out of you yet.
Now, what did you wish to show me, Captain?
This.
Is this the ether?
Isn't it amazing? Do you see the energy that connects the solar system? Can you feel the distance that connects us to Mars? I grew up out here and it never ceases to thrill me.
I can see why. You say you grew up here?
Aye. The Dawnbringer is my family business.
And your family?
Quite dead. It was the job, you see. While I run a legitimate operation, let's just say that Mom and Dad did not.
Captain Meriwether, why are you telling me this?
Why, Professor, I'm telling you all of this because you're as handsome as the sky is wide, and I am fascinated by you.
My dear Captain
Oh,
Merriweather.
please, Archimedes. Call me Tabitha.
Tabitha, is this how courting is done in the ether? I must say you are as bold as brass.
Oh, I wouldn't know, Archimedes. I've never courted anyone before.
You're off to a terrific start.
Land ho, Captain.
So that's Mars.
It truly is the red planet.
Captain, please set our heading for the Candor Chasma Rim.
As you wish, Mr. Price. You heard the man, lads. Sail for 4.7 south, 75.7 west.
Aye, Captain.
Aye, Captain!
Where is the professor? It would be a shame if he missed this.
I am here, Lady Turner, just finishing the adjustments on my new instruments.
What sort of instruments are you referring to?
Well, young Enoch designs concerning matters of electromagnetics and vibronics. We have modified my surgical tools and my medical equipment to perform at a level undreamed of.
Would you say that it borders on magic, Professor?
I would, Lady Turner.
Well, actually, it's,
Oh, it is Mr. Enoch's turn to blush.
Candor Chasma Rim ho!
My eyes must be playing tricks on me. There's entire cities set in the walls of those canyons.
Your eyes are working perfectly, my dear Mr. Byrne. Martian cities are built in canyon walls due to the seasonal magnetic storms that ravage the surface. The storms are the source of power for Martian technology. It is all calm now, but if today were an equinox, we find landing much more difficult.
Calm, you say? Well, my instruments tell a different story, Mr. Price.
All the hairs in the back of my neck are standing up.
my readings indicate a sudden and massive elevation of electromagnetics in the atmosphere. Something is about to happen.
Get to ground, Captain. Head for the landing pad adjacent to Brownstone.
You heard him, lads.
Aye, Captain!
Brownstone?
What we call my father's detective agency and Martian home.
Instruments or not, I can feel it now too.
Batten down, lads. The ship is shaking itself apart.
Olivia, I think it's time for diplomacy.
I couldn't agree more.
Look at the sky.
It is tearing itself to pieces.
Aha! See what the cat has dragged in.
Oh, it is the Fortuitous Five!
I am going to stab him so very hard.
It seems you have sussed out my plans, but it makes no difference. Phineas Jones has declared war on Mars. Come, my minions, attack!
Such deception! My father has done no such thing.
But that is all the Martian High Council will know.
Venusians are pouring through the tears.
They will lay waste to the city. We must defend the Martian people.
There goes the neighborhood. All cannons, fire at will!
Pew, 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 pew.
Will the Fortuitous Five protect the Martian city from the Venusian onslaught? Will Lady Turner stab Saucy Jack? Will they ever find the missing Phineas Jones? Tune in for the next thrilling episode, The Fortuitous Five and the Canyon Cataclysm.